Breakfast. In 1952, Marilyn told Pageant magazine, "Before I take my morning shower, I start warming a cup of milk on the hot plate I keep in my hotel room. When it's hot, I break 2 raw eggs into the milk. I whip them up with a fork, and I drink this while I'm dressing. I supplement this with a multivitamin pill, and I doubt if any doctor could recommend a more nourishing breakfast for a working girl in a hurry. I chose to have my potassium, which is a great electrolyte for carnivores." Lunch. Apparently, Marilyn would skip lunch, but that is not an option for this carnivore. Marilyn says, "Every night I stop at the market near my hotel and pick up a steak, lamb chops, or some liver, which I broil in the electric oven in my room." I had to eat something, so I made eggs and pork belly. I was starving. There's no way I could have survived like she did on a set that little food for the day. I tried, guys. I have to make the steak now because I'm going to chaperone at my daughter's dance. Gotta feel my body and take care of my body, unlike Marilyn Monroe. So here are my thoughts. I think that is the worst diet because it's not enough food. It's terrible. It's not healthy, which is sad because the foods themselves, minus the carrots that I didn't eat and the ice cream that I'm definitely not going to eat, were very nutritious foods. And you can tell she grew up on a farm and she had an idea of what was healthy and nourishing. But she wasn't eating enough. I don't see how you could go most of the day with just 2 eggs and the milk. I can't do that. This is why I can't fast anymore. Can't really go more than 4 hours. My blood sugar will just go crazy and I will feel terrible. So I started getting a headache. Today I didn't have the energy I normally have. It was just difficult. So I do not recommend eating like her. And I ate a lot more than her. I believe her craving for ice cream, her sundae at night, was because she didn't eat enough during the day. If you skip a meal, if you skip lunch, you're gonna crave food later. I just remember that, at least for me. So I did enjoy the eggs and the milk, except for absolutely disgusting when you don't have it really emulsified in there in the blender, because that's so gross to get like the egg whites. That's why I could not finish it. Oh, I learned an interesting fact. I did not know that Marilyn Monroe converted to Judaism literally like right at her wedding to Arthur Miller. It sounds like she had a bad taste in her mouth with Christianity because her parents were a mess and one of them was Scientologist. And then I think her adoptive parents or foster parents were Baptist and very pushy with that. So it sounds to me sadly like she was turned off from Christianity. I learned that Jane Russell in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, when they were on set, Jane Russell was a devout Christian, born-again Christian, and she tried to share the gospel with Marilyn. I loved learning that, though, about Jane Russell. That was one of my favorite movies when I was younger. My sister and I used to do the routines from that movie. And I didn't know that Marilyn was not famous when she did Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. She was up and coming. Jane Russell was the star, and Marilyn didn't even have a dressing room. I love Marilyn. I also didn't know she was admitted to a psychiatric institution against her will when she was trying to get help for insomnia. And that is just haunting me. She said the place itself made her go crazy because it was inhumane. What killed me when I learned that was that right now I'm in this rabbit hole of learning all about circadian rhythm and circadian health and biology. And I have learned so much, and I now have learned that light and our light environment and natural light and waking up when the sun rises and going to sleep at a decent hour, and all of that is so critical for your health and especially for your mental health. It's literally the most important thing. My heart broke when I read that, because hospitals, psychiatric places, they have horrible lighting, and they typically don't have natural light, or you're not outside. That's on top of everything else with the medications and everything. And I've been there. I know what she's talking about. And like, if you're not sleeping, that's a sign that your circadian rhythm is off. And that's obviously the case for actors, singers. Wow, that just made me think how much of her suffering was caused by that. I think it's funny that she got made fun of for her diet, because at least the foods were healthy. But yeah, she definitely needed to eat more calories, but I don't know if she was pressured to keep her weight at a certain place. But I chaperoned at my kids' middle school dance tonight, so that's why I'm wearing dress and earrings and all this. Kind of fitting for Marilyn.